Hello and welcome to Everyone Has a Podcast. I'm Blitzace, and as always, that's Jenko. And with our powers combined, we are Captain Planet.
What a throwback.
I know.
I saw a thing with this guy on TikTok. He does film theories and stuff like that. And then one of his theories was that the kids from the Magic School Bus became the Planeteers. I didn't watch the whole video. I just liked it so I could go back to watch it later on. But yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a wild theory. That
most of them are like,
I mean, I think some people just want there to be a connection when there isn't a connection. And
it's not just that. Some film theories are amazing. Like the Blair Witch didn't exist in the Blair Witch Project, and that Mike and what's his name killed the girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Cat in the Hat's a demon.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? Oh, there's so many. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The sequel to that is Snowpiercer.
I don't know. Great movie. I have no idea what that is.
Great movie, Snowpiercer. Bong Joon-ho's first American film. Really good film. Captain America before he became Captain America.
Okay.
Great film. They made a TV show out of it as well on Netflix. It's not just a show, I guess, which is 3 or 4 seasons. I've not seen the 4th season. It's kind of been held hostage, but the first 3 seasons are really good.
Netflix does that a lot, though. They kind of, we've already talked about the cancel side of things that they do, and they kind of don't give a lot of stuff like a fighting chance sometimes, and they just kind of go, it didn't make enough money. It's like, made a lot of money. Yeah, it didn't make enough.
And if it doesn't get enough views within a week, they're like, nah, I'm not doing a second one. So,
Is that how they work it?
Apparently, yeah. That's what Neil Gaiman said before. Well, we don't listen to Neil Gaiman anymore after the stuff that came out about him. But yeah, he was saying that he wanted a Sandman season 2 to be made. Obviously, it'll make him money. But he was saying if you don't watch it within a week or 10 days, then I don't get a season 2.
Wow.
Kind of a lot of pressure to put on someone to finish a whole season in, a week.
Do you prefer that they kind of give you the full season all in one go?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you don't miss the days of obviously waiting it from week to week.
No.
And then it wasn't so long until the next. Because the problem I find nowadays is that once you watch a full season when it first comes out, you have to wait a hell of a lot longer for the next season. At least with the build up to it, you haven't got a long wait until the next season.
I don't know, man, because this is something I thought about the other day. Well, the other month. I watched all of Daredevil Begin Again.
Ooh, I want to watch it.
Is it Born Again? No,
Born Again, yeah.
Begin Again's a great Keira Knightley movie with Mark Ruffalo in it, who was the Hulk. So it's sort of connected. But I watched all of that. It's really, really good, in my opinion. And they say season 2 is coming, and it's coming next year at this time, the same time next year. And I was like, oh my God, that's really fast. And I was like, wait, no, that's the average of what it used to be. It used to be a year a season. It's things like Stranger Things where it takes or Game of Thrones where it takes 2 years off to make a season. And that season's 6 episodes long.
Stranger Things is a lot longer taking time off, isn't it? I'm sure that's
I think it's been 3 years.
I was going to sort of say 3 to 5 years for some of the in the gaps between them.
14, and half of them are 30.
You just got to pick the right cast that doesn't age.
Yeah.
Well, it's I know someone was saying this the other day, and I this is why I don't understand why they've done it the way that they have. So the live action One Piece, if that actually went all the way to the end, the characters would look way too old for the part.
Yeah.
Because in the actual manga, technically they're only 18, 19. Luffy's 18, 19 years old.
Right.
So how old's the actor that plays him at the moment? He's probably somewhere close to that right now. So
I mean, when you look at time frames in films and TV shows as well, I think the Alien franchise 1, 2, and 3 takes place over the course of over 60 years in actual canonical time, But for Ripley, the main character, who spent the bulk of that in stasis, it's been like a really shit 2 months.
I saw a trailer for the Predator series, and it was
Killer of Killers. Oh, it's really good.
And it was basically like the suit just kind of like attached onto someone or something like that.
It was the Predator.
Was that the Predator one?
The Predator film, and it's terrible.
The Predator film?
Yeah,
I thought it was a series for it.
No, there's Predator Killer of Killers, which is a film. It's not a series. It's a film.
Okay.
An animated film. I think it's the same studio that did Arcane, which was the League of Legends TV show. Hate League of Legends, love Arcane. The day League of Legends servers go down is the day the internet is just filled with so much shit you would not believe it. Right? League of Legends, as much as people give it shit, is doing a human service at the minute by keeping all of those bullshitters and trolls and dickheads there. As soon as those servers go down, oh my god, we're in trouble.
Do you think
we're in real trouble?
I mean, I've never played it, but is it a good game?
Friend that I do Kill Team with, I don't know if we name people on this show. I don't know.
But
he really likes it, or he did like it. But even he said, yeah, man, it's chaos. Like when you pick your hero, people are like Jinx or AFK. Because you can only have like one person being that character on a roster. So if they don't get it, they're like Jinx or AFK.
What?
And just means they won't play that round, and like the team will lose because they're a man down.
Oh yeah, my god!
That's the sort of toxic shit you're into. Well, on the opposite side of that, you got Valorant, which is just full of dommy mommies. So I kind of want to play Valorant. I'm not very good at it at all. I'm not very good with mouse and keyboard playing shooting games, and Valorant's a game where you have to be really good with a mouse and keyboard to fire at things.
So when I was playing on Destiny, I started on Destiny 2 on the PlayStation, and I was good at it. And then I bought it also on the PC, and obviously I was doing it with like mouse and keyboard for that, and I was really good at it on that. So there are some games where I think, okay, so I'll do all right with that. It's like, well, as you know, I started playing Resident Evil, and I'm doing it with a controller. I feel like I shouldn't have done that because I'm really shit.
No, you should definitely have kept the controller.
I didn't realize how like sensitive it is just to move to ones. It's gone.
Like, but you can change the thumbstick sensitivity though.
I know, but like, I feel like I just want to leave it as default and just put up with it, because I think eventually,
the thing is, when they get close, they sway. They're like that, like oh,
son of a bitch.
Sway.
Yeah.
Your bullets actually just go like either side of them, because you're like aiming where their head is. You kind of just have to keep it in one place and just let its head naturally fall into place. And the closer you get, the harder it is to do it. So well, I love that they charge into the rooms after you. It's great.
My biggest issue with that game at the moment is I feel like I can't practice getting better with aiming, because you don't get many bullets.
There are lots of bullets hidden around, hidden.
I've come across a safe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you can find the codes online. You don't need to find the files.
No, so, right. This is. Right, I was going to ask the question. Right, I don't want to look at stuff online. I don't want to do all the whole thing. I want to do this like old school way of things. When you used to have to watch on like, what was it? Is it Games Master? You know, when you used to like watch games on Games Master, or like you would buy the magazines which had like cheat codes written in it. It's like, I want to do it like old school, where you don't actually have the answers. And I'm like, I want to work it out. I want to see how this goes. Like, I panicked a lot because I realized.
I think I watched about half so far.
So I got to a certain point and realized I had no idea how I was supposed to save the game.
Oh yeah, you need to get to a save room.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize there were multiple rooms, so I was trying to find my way back to where the fuck I came from, realizing I crawled through somewhere and I couldn't get back that same way. And then I was just sort of going around going, fuck, walked right past the safe room that I should have got into and up the stairs, and I was like, shit, I've gone the wrong way. And then I lost my knife, and I haven't gone back on it yet. But I am.
There is a save. There is a save machine in the main room as well.
Yes, I know that, but I couldn't get back to the main fucking room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've gone through the crawl space. I've got to unlock the doors from the other side to like reopen. And
So you've got to go like up and around.
Yeah, so I've got to do the up and around bit next. So like at the moment I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and I need to go upstairs. I've been upstairs once, got cornered by two, zombies, which I now just have to run around everything until I get more ammo.
Just wait. You don't want any tips, do you?
No, I really don't. I'm actually enjoying like just kind of working stuff out with it. So it's Dan
got you the bit with the liquor, and he was like, "No, I'm out," and then I made him carry on playing, and then he got past that bit, and then he was like, "No, I'm out."
So like,
and then he loaded his file up the other day, and he's like, "I can't remember what I'm doing." It's just restart it. You played it for 45 minutes.
I mean, I played it an hour, and I haven't got that far.
Yeah, but he had me helping him though, so.
Ah, right, okay. Well, still.
I was backseating him.
So yeah, I like it. I don't find it
great.
I don't think of it as like a scary game. I think it's very much a jump scare game. So like it's the anticipation of something just jumping out of you, rather than it being like scary as in like they're a scary like yeah.
When you get to your first boss fight, then you'll change your mind.
Oh,
because that's the terror moment. That is.
Fuck.
That's like a panic moment. Like That's not like a jump scare. Then it's like time.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'll see.
Your first boss.
Well, I'm judging. So, is it similar to the first boss from the first game? From Resident Evil 1? So I think in the first game, the first boss was this big fucking thing in a hallway, charging its way through, if I remember rightly, on the first game. God, it was that long ago when I played it. Oh my God, that's so.
Tyrant was the main bad guy boss.
I don't think it was.
What a throwback to him that is, big bad guy boss from like the Mega Drive days.
The big bad.
Big bad. There was the snake. There was, what else was there? There was Lisa Trevor in the remake.
Did you decide to restart the game and put it on hardcore?
I put it. I've installed it and I played for about 20 minutes to make sure it would run on my laptop.
Did it?
It did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Runs quite smooth. So, yeah, I thought I'll go through a regular playthrough first and then I'll go on to hardcore.
Remind yourself on how to play it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to do another recording. I was going to do one yesterday. Didn't get round to it in the end because unfortunately, when you just have like adult stuff to do and you think, I really want to put that to one side, and then you remember, oh, I've actually put that to one side for about 2 months now. I should probably get round to doing it. So I had some of that stuff to do. That was fun. The boring part. But at the same time, I mean, I know you're not very keen on the new Pokemon games. Not
so much. No.
So I haven't played on Pokemon for years, really. I mean, we're talking like, I think the last Pokemon game that I went all the way to the end and I finished has got to be like Sapphire. Which is,
excuse me.
So
Gen 3?
Sapphire. Wait. Oh man.
Red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, ruby, sapphire, emerald. Yeah. Gen 3.
I'm trying to think on which one. Right. So 107. Diamond Pearl. I did Diamond Pearl. Yeah, Ruby Sapphire did. Diamond Pearl, I did Platinum. That's the last one I sort of played. Then it went on to Black and White, which I didn't do. Didn't do Sun and Moon.
I like Black and White. Sun and Moon was really good in my opinion. Sun and Moon was the last good one.
So I got given as a Father's Day gift Pokemon Sword, right? Which obviously I've not played. I've never played them. So that you're going from like 2006 was the last one that I finished, and now we're on this generation, which came out in 2019. So that's a big gap in like Pokemon side of things. So um, I'm enjoying it. I didn't think I would, because obviously this Dynamax stuff, I wasn't really too keen on it to begin with. You know, the Mega Evolutions and things like this. I understand it a little bit more now, and I get what they were trying to do with it. So like, I was happy enough.
Oh wait, so you like nature is new to you, and IVs and stuff like that?
All this stuff completely new, never come across it before, never like so like they've got certain wild areas where you can sort of like find dens where you can go against like almost like mini bosses and things like that. If you catch them, they're like, it'll boost you. It makes the first gym like a piece of piss, basically.
They're so much easier now than they used to be. If you go back and play like red and you know, red and blue and gold and silver, they're rock compared to like what they are now.
But I do find that this sort of game, and I have found it with, obviously, because I play it when the kids are around and they like to play it, so I'll just let them jump on and play it. And I feel like it's Pokemon is always to get like the next generation interested in it, so it'll have like, so I never understood why they kept adding more and more and more and more and more and more Pokemon. It's never fucking ending. But I understand it, because they're picking things that like kids would like be interested in, but at the same time they're choosing ones that they think, you know, grown-ups would like, you know, be happy enough for nostalgia. They keep certain ones in there and things like that, so it's quite interesting. So like I remember I sent you a message saying that obviously I was allowing the kids to pick my first Pokemon. They picked wrong, so I restarted. And then I went back to the start, redid it, and they have no idea that I've done the switch. They've got no idea. And I'm not going to let him in that I've switched it, but I switched it. I was just not happy with what they chose first at all. But
I remember you saying
I'm liking it. And I didn't think I would. I thought that, you know, I'd be stuck in my ways, not want to sort of like do the next generation of things and everything else. And I'm happy. I'm happy with, obviously, you know, playing through it, and it's bringing back a little bit of nostalgia with certain parts. I like how they've changed it from the basic story that you kind of like, that you basically just go on this journey. Your mum sends you out on a journey. You're doing a job for like a professor. It's a little bit different. You get endorsements to obviously do the gym challenge. I was like, oh, I like that. And the fact that they've got like, you know, multiple rivals in different places, and it's got a little bit of story building in the background. I like it. I'm enjoying it so far, which I was surprised that I was going to enjoy it. But yeah, I'm quite like. But you're not keen on these ones.
I prefer Sword and Shield over Scarlet and Violet, because remember back in the day when Team Rocket was the villain and they had a gun, and then like the villains in this one are like just some bullies from a different school. Like that's all it is. They're just some bullies. Like what's the threat here? What's the real story? Because I'm just not figuring it out all. I mean, back in the day, Team Rocket, they just had Zubats from everywhere, but at least they tried. You know, they tried to look in menacing and stuff.
I mean, the whole Team Rocket thing of like world domination, you wouldn't get that in any sort of like kids game nowadays. If you think about like, so like that game was targeted towards like us when we were like 6, 10,
like 12 and upwards. Like was the age it was people were trying to get into it. And I still maintain that the first person to evolve a Magikarp into a Gyarados must have shit their pants.
I mean, because obviously nowadays you would just like look up Pokemon, you'd be like, oh, what's the evolution tree there?
Yeah, you've probably seen a Gyarados before you've seen a Magikarp.
1996. So yeah, we would have been 10 when it first came out. And I loved that game when it came out, but like there are so many like things that you just don't think about with like world domination. You had it in so many cartoons as well, with like biker mice from Mars. You had it in like in Power Rangers. You had it in so many different. You know, they're thinking about bringing that ball back. Street Sharks.
Oh no,
They are. They're thinking.
I love it, but it wasn't very
so,
good anyway.
The problem is that like, stop trying to bring stuff back.
You know what? I think they're trying to bring back a TV show which I loved as a kid. It was called Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yes.
And the dub story behind that is buck fucking wild, because at the time nobody really spoke the Japanese to translate it into the English, so they just remade the story up about whatever they thought was happening on screen at the time.
I love that.
Yeah, that's basically what they did. They're like, it looks like this is happening, so let's just say that's what the story. And I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I don't know. I like nostalgic things, but you know, it has been overdone. But then I don't know. Maybe they are running out of ideas to sort of do something new, or maybe they're worried about like copyright and obviously sort of saying, "Oh, it's too similar to this." They'll, we're gonna if we're gonna get sued anyway, we might as well just remake it.
Well, I mean, most games don't need a remake. We talked about this a lot longer. Like most games don't need a remaster or a remake. They just simply don't. I mean, Tomba and Tomba 2 got a remake or a remaster the other month. I love Tomba and Tomba 2 on the PlayStation 1. I think it was fantastic. It's got a remake. That's great. Does not incentivize me to go and buy it to replay it though. But it was kind of more of a niche game as well. I don't think it was a mainstream one. So it's like, what money do you think you're going to make it? Because I loved it. I played it to death. I thought it was fantastic. I'm not going to go pay money for it.
Have no idea what you're talking about. Tomba.
Yeah, it was on the PlayStation. You played as a kid called Tomba.
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 Oh, wasn't that like a didn't they make that into like a cartoon or something as well?
I don't think they made it into a cartoon, but Tomba 2 was better than Tomba 1. And yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm having a look at it now. Yeah. Oh god.
I think he was one of the ones they wanted to make the PlayStation mascot, but ended up being Crash and Lara Croft.
Do you remember was it Soul Reaver,
and that's had a re-release, remaster, of 1 and 2.
I played that game to death. I loved it. It was brilliant.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. So like,
they remade, they re-released Onimusha, the original trilogy of Onimusha.
Oh wow.
But they've changed it.
What was it the at the on the they did the release
Capcom.
The game show. Yeah, the game show. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, could have been. I say I think we talked about this again a lot. Like Onimusha 1, you could finish in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Onimusha 2 was a lot longer, but it just doesn't look the same as when I played it, and that's not giving me the nostalgia. That's making me like, what have they done to my boy? Look how they massacred my boy. Onimusha 3 was fantastic because it had oh god, who was the actor? He played Leon in Leon the Professional. He was in the Godzilla American film. Those are the only 2 things that have come to my mind. Is it Luc Besson? No, Luc Besson's the actor, the director.
I cannot remember for the life of me.
Oh god, I'm gonna look at it now.
I know what I was gonna do though. I'll see if I can find it whilst you're. So
Jean Reno, yes, Jean Reno.
Nope.
And he was in it. It was one of like the first times that like an actor had been in a movie, in a video game. I mean, Bruce Willis, I think, was the first one where they made Armageddon for him. So they like scanned his face in and stuff like that. Made a video game with him to be in it as the star to sell it, basically. But yeah, that dude. I don't know if he's going to show it very well. Anyway, he was in Onimusha 3. and it was fantastic because he was like going around shooting demons within a P90. Remember, you can't do that because it'll change the screen to black.
Well, I haven't actually. So I'm not sorry. So the thing that was changing the screen to black was me going onto Google. I'm not Googling something. What I was looking for, right, is ages and ages ago, and I remember I spoke about this before, that I wrote a story for a game, and I remembered exactly where I stored the thing for it, and I've actually got it in front of me now. So I found my original
turn that into your D&D campaign.
This right. The only way that this would work for a D&D campaign is I would need you to be in on something.
Okay.
Because the game that I had in mind, it was obviously going to be an RPG because I love RPGs.
A JRPG though, right? That style.
No, it's
because you got so many different types of RPG now. Like JRPG is like the genre where your static cameras, you've got the world map with the vehicles, tank controls, turn-based combat. That's JRPG. You got other RPGs which is like Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yeah, so for what I could do, it would have to be JRPG because I wouldn't be able to sort of do anything. So
that's what I'm saying. The difference is like Skyrim and Fallout or Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
the two.
So basically, it would like so it starts off and it starts off in an arena, and you get like a bit of a setting. It's a bit of like a.
Sending me this. I remember reading this.
Yeah, and it was like it's got aesthetics to obviously. You're in an arena and you go against some creatures for entertainment, blah blah blah. It sort of like pans up to like who seems to be like the evil villain. You talk to like one of your bezies. He gets like killed, and then you sort of like but then you sort of you wake up after all this has sort of like happened. And you wake up and you're in the back of like a vehicle being taken somewhere, and it turns out obviously you're there to sort of like to clear out a village that's all like got issues because you've become like a bit more of a mercenary, but you're a bit of like a you're basically just pissed all the time because you're just drunk, and then one of the things that happens in this is as the story goes on, you realize that one of the companions that you've asked to join you on this journey is someone who is working against you, and they are working against you, and they change things in the background without you even realizing. There'll be little hints to it as you go through it, but it's someone that you don't expect it to be, because there is a red herring that's thrown in where there is a mission where you get to go one way or another. No matter which way you go, something happens on that you think that the new person who's joined you is the one who's the culprit, because he's on both journeys. So it makes you think that if you took this one, it would be that guy still. If you took this one, that guy still. It's not the case at all, because that guy's just a twin. Right? And then you carry on with the story, and you sort of like, you go along and you find out who the person. But so if I was going to do that as a D&D campaign, I would have to get you to, I'd have to sort of like feed you little things where you would basically in the background randomly roll, and like whether you succeed or someone catches you doing something, and you would be doing something behind the scenes of like sabotaging one of the missions that you were sent to do by someone who is like a rival. That's how I would do it as like a D&D campaign. But yeah, it's making the players just really paranoid about each other.
Fair enough. I mean, I have so many ideas as well that I want to do for my next D&D campaign. It's just but we'll do yours next, and then we'll go do mine after that again.
Well, so like obviously we're going to be finishing Strahd,
obviously,
and then we'll do a one shot from my side of things, just so I get like into it, see what it's like. And then obviously once we do a campaign that I will try and sort of like get all made up in enough time. Are you going to go back to doing Northport? Or because
I don't know. I was going to put it to the group. I was going to say I've got like 5 ideas. You know, these are my ideas, or is there something else you guys wanted to do? Let me know. Because we usually take like a break that I can set things up.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that I can get everything set up so we can just kind of go straight into a campaign from my side of things and just go straight into it. But I would like to do this just like a random one shot that's got nothing to do with it, just to see how it all works, because I've never done it before. I've never been the DM. I've never sort of like, done the character stuff and all that. So I'd like to sort of see how it all works. Be quite interesting. And then maybe just become the new DM.
Oh my god! I figured we'd alternate, to be honest.
Yeah. Just sort of like take turns every week. Just really sort of like mess with everyone's head.
Yep.
That's if it actually happens.
That's co-DMing. Some people do that. They co-DM. So one person does a session one week, one person does a session next week. I don't know, and then they play the alternates. I don't know how much of the other person's story they know. So
it's interesting.
I don't know if people play the same character. I don't know. There are lots of ways people play D&D that's weird to me, but
yeah, well, some
D&D could be getting dethroned anyway by a Critical Role. So
wait, what? I thought Critical Role was D&D.
No, they were sponsored by D&D Beyond for a long time, and they're friends with some of the creators. But the 2 people that run or did run Dungeons and Dragons, one guy was there for 28 years. Jeremy Crawford and Chris Perkins have both left Dungeons and Dragons back in April, and now they've both gone to work for Critical Roles, RPG and board games department, which is called Daggerheart. And they not long ago bought out their own RPG book, which runs on a D12 system, not a D20. So that came out a couple months ago, I think. And now those 2 guys have gone to work for them.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That's it's interesting.
So,
Okay, so watch this space. It could be something new to sort of like to look out for, and maybe something new to try.
Yeah, I mean, they've had their hands in pretty much every 5th edition Warhammer, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons like book, apart from Curse of Strahd. They've basically had their hands all over each new release.
Oh,
so yeah. So apart from Curse of Strahd, which is a remake of a 3rd or a 3.5 edition campaign, I think
they haven't long released the latest update for D&D, which is 6th edition.
It's just called D&D 1.
It's just called D&D 1.
Yeah, or just it's or 5.5. People are calling it. So it's like 5th editions, but enhanced. Well, that already happened with 3, and then you have 3.5. 3 was dog shit. 3.5 was a marked improvement. It's like when they went away and remade Final Fantasy 14 and brought it back
out. Yes, that old nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying D&D, but it's taken me a long time just to learn the rules for this. So, learning something new, depending on how much it sort of like differs from it, but I suppose it's got to differ to a certain degree. But yeah, I suppose it can't sort of like tread on the same thing.
Yeah, not really.
All right, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, so hopefully, we'll be able to sort of like play tomorrow. And sort of see what happens next, and hopefully we can get a little bit more done with the campaign, and then obviously once we've done that, we'll head on to the next sort of thing. Now, obviously, I'm going to be every other week. I'm going to be doing the res recording. If I die, which is quite likely, do you get a continue point?
You can reload your last save.
Is that how it works? You just reload the last save and just keep going through it?
Start from the beginning again.
I don't want to start from the beginning again.
There are people who restart the entire Dark Souls series if they take 1 hit. So,
Surely most people take a hit.
Yeah, this is one dude. He played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Elden Ring, and their DLCs. And if he took a hit in any of those, and Bloodborne, if he took a hit in any of those, he had to restart the entire series. So he did. It took him. Oh man, I don't even know how long it took. It took him a long time. But yeah, he did a hitless run through all of the series.
That is amazing.
Yeah. People get weird about Dark Souls games. Like, people have finished it on a banana.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so they have they made like a rig with crocodile clips and stuff, and they put like
What the
crocodile clips
fuck?
on different pieces of fruit. So they would tap the fruit as the buttons. People have
Okay.
finished it on like a Guitar Hero controller.
What the fuck? That's amazing.
Honest to God, you can go on YouTube and look for. I'll just quickly see if I can find someone. Yeah,
that is amazing. To do it on a Guitar Hero controller, that's brilliant.
Oh, the Donkey Konga drums.
Oh, I've seen that. I have actually seen that. I wonder what the fuck was going on. It's really weird. Yeah. But like that, I mean, it's a hard enough game as it is. So like,
no deaths with only DK bongos.
No deaths. Jesus.
Yeah. 5 years ago. 4 years ago for that one. Gamer defeats Dark Souls using the guitar, drum kit, bongos, and more. Yeah. Some dude plays Call of Duty with a flute.
How do you do that?
He's got a microphone, and he plays a note for whatever he wants the controller to do. So for like A would be forwards, like B would be back, C would be left, D would be right, E would be jump, like F sharp would be shoot. So he has to play the notes that he wants to do, and the microphone picks it up and interprets it into the controls.
That's someone who definitely knows some programming to make it sort of do all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's impressive, man, because they're getting like sniper headshots and stuff like that. And like,
how?
And like, yeah.
Oh my god.
So they're going like, and then like,
have you seen this? Have you seen this new game? I don't know what it's called, but basically you have to shoot objects, and the objects are other people. So, like, you basically turn yourself into an object. You hide yourself in a room, right? And then
it's a Call of Duty mode.
It's a Call of Duty mode?
I think it's a Call of Duty mode. It's called Prop Hunt.
Yes. So basically,
it's a Call of Duty mod.
If you can't find someone, you start. You start hearing a whistle when you're close to that person.
No, it's just its own thing.
It's
just its own thing.
It's just its own thing. It's really good. It's really good.
Free. Yeah,
it's free. It looks amazing. I keep seeing this one guy that keeps like streaming it, and it looks hilarious because he just sort of like because if he's teamed up with somebody else, if the other person isn't very good, it really ruins it because he's trying to make things look like exactly as they would look. So like you can't be tricked by it. And then he just kind of keeps moving to different places.
So it's free on Pokey, whatever that is, but it's £7 on Steam.
Pokey? What the hell's Pokey?
I have no idea.
Heard that one before. Guess it's a new gaming platform thing for PC somewhere along the lines. Bit of a weird one, but okay.
Call of Duty Wiki is for Black Ops 3. Oh, hang on, too. That was just like its own fan game of it. Prop Hunt. Featured in Black Ops 6. Yeah, Black Ops 6.
Yeah, so like you
can. It is in Call of Duty.
Yeah, so you get like a certain item that you're going to be, and you can sort of like it changes. It can change like
you rotate yourself and all that.
But you can't. It sometimes it's something that suits. Sometimes it's something that doesn't. But then you've got to make it suit. So you get time to sort of like for a setup. So you get to go in a room. You can plant things that look exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it looks great fun. And that's probably how I would sort of like because it just seems more entertaining. I mean, you don't have to worry about like shooting it or anything. You just gotta try and pretend like you're not there.
Yeah. What are you playing at the minute apart from Resident Evil 2?
So obviously I'm playing on Pokemon, and obviously Res 2, and then I was playing on God of War Ragnarok. That's the other thing I was playing. I haven't turned that on for a while. I just haven't had the time to. which is a shame because I'm really enjoying it. I loved the first God of War, and I've loved every God of War previously. It's a game that I've always enjoyed God of War. So I'm playing on Ragnarok. I've on the first parts of that, and the lore behind it, and the way that it sort of set everything up is really clever. It's really well done, and I'm quite enjoying that. What about you?
I installed a game the other day. Well, I put Resident Evil 2 on my laptop to TV it because you were playing it and I was playing it. So I was like, fine, I'll play it again. Oh no, just my arm. So that a lot of Warzone, and then a new one that came out called The Alters.
What's that?
So it's a game where you play a dude who has crash landed on this planet, and you have a mobile base. You have to go outside and find resources to run it, so you can get out of there because the sun is extremely radioactive, and every 10 days the area gets infested with radiation. You have to go find these resources and stuff, and you have to build and craft rooms for your mobile base to move and do your things. But you also clone yourself so that you can do multiple things at once. So I think you end up with like 8 different versions, 8 alternate versions of yourself, hence the alters, and they've each got wildly different personalities and stuff like that. So far, it's really, really good fun. It's like it's better than I thought it was going to be. But then as a game that I kind of want to play came out, it's called Date Everything. I think it's called. I think it's called Date Everything. I just double checked that is what it's called.
Date Everything.
Date Everything. So everything, and I mean everything, is a dateable object that turns into a person. Like your front door turns into a bloke called Dorian. who is voiced by Ben Starr. The amount of voice actors in it.
Obviously.
The amount of voice actors in it is insane. Like Matt Mercer's in it. Like I said, Ben Starr's in it. I think Troy Baker's in it as well. There's so many voice actors. Literally everything is like, is dateable. Like your front door's dateable, your bed's dateable, your coffee machine's dateable.
What the hell?
Yeah. There was one that was oh god, a couple of years ago there was a dating sim where it was all dads. It was all DILFs. And you had to like pick a dad to like romance and date. You could romance and date all of them, but you had to pick one to be like your DILF at the end of it. Oh god, what was that called?
What the hell is that a thing?
It was a real thing. I swear to God, it was a real thing.
Jesus Christ.
Was it Dating Daddies? I think that's what it's called.
Dating Daddies. Love it.
Dating Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Oh, Dream Daddy. Sorry, Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Yeah. Real game. There you go. See?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, apparently it's supposed to be really good. And it was a rogue-like battle game as well, so like Hades. So you went in the shopping mall and you kicked the shit out of things. And then you like, I don't know why, but you did. And then you would like romance a dad. Or 7.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Like, there's some great spins on the dating sim games, like Dream Daddy. That's a good one. Date Everything. Yeah, and then there was Doki Doki Literature Club, which turned out to be like more of a psychological horror game than a dating sim. But
it sounds like a psychological thing.
Yeah, you can download some software for free to make your own dating sims.
Why?
I think it's called RenPi because people want to do it. It's called like RenPi, like RenPai, RenPi. So it gives you the basic framework. You have to put your own story and your own artwork in there, but you can do it.
No, I don't think I want to do that.
You don't have to do it. I'm just saying you can do it.
I mean, I do want to re-download something to help me make a game, but I don't want to make a dating sim.
Okay, fair enough. There, what's free? There's Godot, so it's GODOT. That Godot or Godot, that's free.
What is that? What sort of games does that sort of like go towards?
Mate, so many. There's Unity, which is a big one. That's free. And you can have people collaborate on that remotely as well. But Unity is free up until you make like £1 million on your game, and then it's not free.
What the
You lose my
hell?
license. Yeah. Unreal Engine, that's on Epic. I don't know anything about that, but that's free.
That seems to be the highest sponsored one by the look of it.
Yeah, you get it. I think you can get it. You can get it for free, but I don't know what it's good for. And then there is a Game Maker Studio, and that's £100, but you don't pay any royalties on any games you make in there. You pay like a one-time usage, one-time buying. There's a lot of lists of things I could tell you about game making stuff.
Well, yeah, because it looks like so the Unity stuff, you can actually do like an online course to learn.
Online courses of all of them, yeah.
Yeah, this looks like it's quite a good one to sort of go on to.
What I would say is go to YouTube first before you go and pay for a course.
It's your first step towards creating confident using bringing your visions to life. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. So there's Godot, there's Unity, and then there is Unreal Engine. They're the free ones for sure. But then there is stuff like Game Maker Studio and RPG Maker, which you pay for. For artwork, if you wanted like pixel art, there's a software called Aesprite, 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 and that's £20 to buy it on Steam or something like that, or you can compile it and download it for free, but you have to know how to compile and download stuff. But they give you all the files to do that, but you have to do it yourself to get it for free.
Well, obviously, you know,
Google download compiled Aesprite.
I have a game I want to make. It's just, see, this is why I was really gutted, because I tried to send off part of my story to game developers, but they wouldn't look at it because they said they needed like a partially made game. I was like, well, that's why I wanted to send it over, because I don't know how to do that. I can think of a story for it. I can think of rewrites for it. I can think something unique to give it. I can't give it that. I don't have. If I could do it, I'd do it myself. And they're like, no. So, and this is the thing, is that they want people that already have something done for them to just expand onto. So, yeah, I feel like I'd have to start from scratch with it. And I know very little about, you know, programming in general. I could ask my brother, but like his is not like that kind of programming.
Yeah. What does he do? It's a C+, doesn't he?
Oh my god, child, no.
No. Okay. All right. Okay.
So.
Fuck.
So C+ is decades old. It uses like base programming for like a lot of older things. Went on to like things like Turbo Pascal. From that went on towards like JavaScript. From JavaScript went on to Python onto newer types of like programming software. So like he kind of like goes on that side of things, where I think he's currently working on programming for a client somewhere in Australia or something like that. It could be at the moment. I can't remember. I kind of lose track of obviously, you know, where it is, but he goes to like these different like conventions to like learn about new programming, sort of like, you know, ideas and like
we could just say he's a real dork.
It's such a dork.
Could say such a dork.
It's just a shame that he's too intelligent. So yeah. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
It's just, I wish that he had chose the gaming route. That's my big, because we did some animation stuff. So he looked at animation. So he did the animation and I did the voices. And he did animation of because we went on to Newgrounds. If you remember what.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So we went on to Newgrounds.
Fucking.
And he created an animation. Cool. Where it was basically just like an R-rated droopy.
Yeah.
Just cause we could. And it was just something hilarious to do. it was so weird. But yeah, so I would do the voice for it, and then he put it on the character and obviously make it talk. But he didn't keep going with that side of things. I just don't think he had interest in it. Shame, really.
Jesus Christ.
Right, so
Newgrounds used to play a lot of mahjong to see the naked ladies under the tiles.
oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
There's some very inappropriate cartoons on there that people had made.
Do you remember the squirrel? What the fuck was the squirrel's name?
Secret Squirrel.
No, no, but that's a good one.
No.
No, it was a squirrel, and he was like freaking crazy as hell.
Is it Maxwell Silverhammer? They did a music video for that. There's God, what was it? Salad Fingers.
Oh my god, that's still around, you know.
Salad Fingers, yeah.
That's still around.
Yeah. The Badger song. Oh wait, that wasn't on Newgrounds. That was on his own website. God, what else? Fuck my ass. What else was it? Magical Trevor.
Foamy the squirrel.
Don't remember Foamy.
You don't remember Foamy? Oh my god. Nope. So Foamy ended up having his own like website and all sorts, and the character Foamy was just absolutely mental. And there was some really weird stuff that they sort of, but some of the rants that Foamy had was just brilliant. And then he had like, you know, he had some of his friends that one of them was like a crack addict or something like that. It was just bizarre.
Jesus Christ. You know, that's any more familiar.
It was really weird. Do you remember like the unicorns that they had on there?
Charlie!
That's the one! You got it! Yes!
Charlie! No!
Oh my god. Badger Mushroom.
Yeah, that was a different website, but yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. People were just bored back then.
Yeah.
Just making
such creatives. Yeah.
Well, it was the whole thing of what started off Crazy Frog, because it originally started
it was just a piece of audio. Yeah, it was
just a piece of audio, and it was someone doing an audio with an image in the background of a Formula One race car. Then somebody animated it into a frog, and it just went fucking viral.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Christ.
Fucking hell.
Well, on that note.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll call it there.
I think we'll leave it there. Because then it gives me time to do a bit more on Pokemon. Because why not?
Yeah. Why not? It's been a good time. Yeah.
Right. So if you want to do the outro.
Okay, I've been Jenko. You can find me on social media, I guess, if you wanted to, over Jenko the Red. On most things, yeah. He's Blitzace. You can find him on social media at Blitzace Matt or just Blitzace. You'll see his face and you'll know it's him. Like, share, subscribe, send this video to the person you hate the least.
And the most.
And or the most, yeah, both, and don't tell them which one it is. Don't tell them which one they are. Yeah, okay. Give us a like on Spotify, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a bit hair today. A bit hair.
Yeah,
I haven't caught up on my sleep properly.
I was going to say, that's what happens when you don't have a lot of sleep and then you try and catch up on it. You just never catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
I mean, I've got tomorrow off, but I said I'd mow the lawn, I'd make a cake. I've got jobs to do tomorrow, so.
Get some sleep so you can be refreshed for D&D. That's what's important.
That's refresh. Get some sleep. What am I, a fucking child?
Yes.
I'm thinking about 18 cups of tea, 13 energy drinks. I'm just gonna raw dog it.
You're gonna stay up as late as you can, which is about 20 minutes time.
Yeah, I keep thinking, I'll stay up late, and it gets to like 10:30, and I'm like,
I can't stay awake anymore.
10:30 is the new 2.
My eyes won't stay open.
You have to remember, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I say that everyone on average gets up at 7 a.m. We'll say that, yeah.
True.
I'm 2 hours ahead of everyone. This is like 11 p.m. for me right now.
It's true.
So, that's how I always look at it. I'm 2 hours ahead. I'm on like Paris time or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm on German time.
Yeah, it's a bit more likely, yeah.
I'm on Italian time.
You're on Italian time,
so,
okay.
Yeah, we're doing the thing again where the outro is super long. So that was the outro part 1. Part 2 is we just say bye. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.